As the creator of the Living in Dallas, Texas channel, I'm gonna let you in on a little tiny secret. The fact is that most of our clients do not move to Dallas, Texas. About 95, maybe even 98% of our clients move to North Dallas, to the suburbs, even outside of Dallas County in general. And why is that? They're looking for higher rated schools, they're looking for a slower pace of life, they're looking for new construction, all these other benefits that come with suburb living whenever it's compared to the city. But the question is, which suburb should you choose? Because there's so many options out there, it can get a little overwhelming, especially for those of you that are moving from out of state like California, New York, Illinois, Washington State, DC, where we're seeing a huge influx of people coming in to Dallas, Texas. But that's the whole point of this channel and why we created it for you, to try to remove some of that anxiety from searching for your new home in the new area. Now, some of you may be relocating with a job, and so therefore you want to be in close proximity, which, by the way, Frisco is becoming the new hub of Dallas, and I believe within a short period of time they're going to refer to Dallas as DFFW. Right now they call it DFW for Dallas Fort Worth, but it will become Dallas Frisco Fort Worth in my opinion. So now if you're working anywhere around the Frisco or Plano area, you've got several options, and that's why we want to reduce some of that confusion, maybe help you narrow down a few things, because we're going to break down the top 7 most popular suburbs north of Dallas where we're seeing a huge influx moving to, and hopefully give you a little insight on why these areas are so popular. And ultimately it's going to be your decision, and usually based on our videos people are able to narrow it down to at least 1 or 2 suburbs, so that whenever they come into town or they're making that decision, they don't have to drive all over Dallas Fort Worth or North Dallas, because that could take you several days in itself. But that's exactly why you're going to want to grab your popcorn, because this is going to be an extensive overview of the top 7 suburbs, and we will even follow this up with the top 7 most underrated suburbs. So make sure you check out that video that will be coming up after this one, and I'm excited to walk you around North Dallas. Let's start off with jumping in the map. And by the way, my name is Levi Lassick with the Living in Dallas, Texas team, and if you're thinking about moving to the Dallas, Texas area, feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Dallas, Texas. And if you want to be the first to learn about the entire Dallas market and the surrounding suburbs, make sure you subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications. That way you'll never miss a video. Now, just to give you some context here as we start off, you'll see Dallas is right down here. We're going to be covering today Plano, Allen, McKinney, Melissa, Celina, Prosper, and Frisco. That way you can get a good overview, because these are typically the top suburbs that most people are making their move to. But let's go ahead and get started with Plano, Texas. All right, now as we zoom here into Plano, I'm going to break down Plano real quickly for you. As you can see, you've got Plano marked right here, but really, if I were to just click on Plano in itself, and let me just zoom out here, by the way, because I want to start with the overview, that what I've highlighted here is Collin County. This, pretty much a good square, is Collin County. Boy, my drawing is way off. You'll see that that is north of Dallas, and of course you have Denton County, which is going to be right here. Well, Prosper kind of bleeds over into Denton just a little bit, so we'll kind of cover that. But most everything happens right here in Collin County. So I know we don't talk a lot about counties, but it's good to know just in case if you want to do some more research on Collin County as a whole, then there's a lot going on there. But we're going to zoom into Plano here real quickly, and if I just click on Plano, you can see all of the borders right here. Number 1, this is a George W. Bush tollway. Okay, so this is going to be a con of living in Plano, Texas, is you're going to be surrounded on the south, the west, because this is the Dallas North Tollway, and then you have the Sam Rayburn Tollway right there. So right there you've got 3 sides of Plano, Texas surrounded by toll roads. So if you're going to be commuting or using the highways a lot, you're going to need a toll tag, all right, because that's just going to get you through a lot faster and make it a lot easier, and you save money when you have that toll tag. Now you have I-75 on this side, so that kind of splits over here. You see this is labeled as Plano East. This is mainly considered, this section I would say is Plano West, or going through, let me see, where is 289 is going to, oh, there's 289 right there. So 289, so this is going to be Plano West right here, and this is going to be Plano Central right here. Okay, so basically 3 main parts of Plano there. Just in case there's no confusion. And I'm gonna have to erase that anyways to zoom out. So as we zoom in here, let's cover Plano East real quick. Now this is going to be an older part of Plano. just to keep in mind. So again, you're going to have the historic downtown, which is going to be right in this area. We've covered that in our extensive Plano vlog tour. You're not going to want to miss that, so you can check that out. And by the way, we've covered all of these areas, so you'll be able to go back and get extensive overviews through our vlog tours. But you're going to find homes over here on the Plano east side a lot less expensive. They're going to move up in price as you move into central Plano, and then as you head over to West Plano again. Right here, now Highway 289 is, I would say, one of the most prestigious roads in Dallas. And why the reason I say that is because, again, if I zoom out here, 289 you can see starts all the way down in Highland Park. It goes all the way up through Prosper, through here. Okay, so 289 goes all through there. This is what you're going to want to know. And then you have the Dallas North Tollway. So basically everything in between of the Dallas North Tollway and 289 Preston Road is going to be much higher priced, whether it's commercial or residential, it doesn't matter. And then even over on the west side of the tollway of Dallas North Tollway, that is also going to be more expensive real estate. So you want to keep that in mind. So if you're looking to be on the more affordable side, that's going to be Plano East and Plano Central. And if I break down a map here of Plano and look at what's been sold recently, you can see here, I mean, you can get as low as 310,000. Here's 361. Here's 360. That's 485, 365, 357. You see, if you move over here to Central Plano, you get to 498. Oh, there's a $300,000 house, 380, 380, 719. You'll see as you get closer to Preston Road over here, 890, 853, 729. If I go back in the middle, oh, 237. You can get something as low as $237 if we check this out real quick. Again, this is going to probably need some updating. Let's see, they've got some pictures in here we could take a quick look at. Oh, it's not, I mean, that's move-in ready right there. So this is, let's see what this is. This is, wow, only 235. Oh, it's sold already. That's right, we're looking at sold, but it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. So that's why. But still, not bad to know that there are still some properties out there under 300,000. And then you're going to come over here, 707. You can see 680, 840, 1.7 million. All right, 1.45 million. So you see 1.9 million as you get in between Preston Road and the tollway. Again, much higher pricing over here, 2 million right there, just to give you an idea of what you can get in Plano. And these are really nice homes over here. Look at this one, man, that is beautiful. That's a big house. That looks like that's in Willow Bend, which is one of the most prestigious neighborhoods in all of, yeah, it's in Willow Bend right there. This whole area, you've got the Glen Eagles Country Club right through here. Willow Bend, considered the most prestigious neighborhood in Plano, Texas. Also what they call old school money over there. You've got the mall. You've got the Willow Bend Shopping Center over here. So that's pretty popular with everyone. But overall, you can see you've got mainly 3 parts of Plano. Again, as I mentioned, I'll go back over here to the map. East Plano, going to be much less expensive. Your historic homes, historic downtown, that's going to be all on this east side. You've also got Oak Point Park, Nature Preserve. This one is over 800 acres. So if you're an outdoor enthusiast, I mean, wherever you're at in Plano, it doesn't matter. You're going to be able to get over there and, hang out at the park. They got all kinds of things, especially like zip lining, hiking and biking, and just, I mean, it goes on and on. But over 800 acres. You can see all the trails throughout there. So it's really easy to get to if you're in Plano East, but again, if you're in Plano West or Plano Central, it doesn't really matter either. You'll still be able to get over there, and there's several parks scattered throughout Plano as a whole. So this will give you a good idea of how it's broken up, Plano. And then the most popular area of Plano, I would say, is Legacy West and the shops at Legacy right here. So we've done this and taken you through that in the vlog tour as well. That this is just very, very new construction, built very well, and it's the hot spot. It's where everybody wants to go and be seen, especially for families, right? You're gonna take the family there, you're gonna hang out, have dinner, shopping, everything you need. And then also right here, this main corridor right through here is where you're going to see a lot of major corporations moving, and they're going to be moving into Frisco, this whole section right here. So you see you've got IKEA right there. You're going to have like Toyota headquarters over here, Frito-Lay, AT&T, let's see, FedEx office corporate headquarters. Look at this, JP Morgan Chase, Frito-Lay, Toyota, several other headquarters. So a lot of corporations and companies are moving right through here off of the Dallas Tollway and the Sam Rayburn Tollway. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. If your company relocates here, that could be a good portion of where they move to. So you'll want to keep that in mind, because any of the surrounding areas, you'll be able to get there very easy. And here's some of the stats and data on Plano, Texas. Plano has a population of 292,000. It's about 20 miles to downtown Dallas without heavy traffic. If you have traffic, I would account for 30 to 35 minutes. It's only about 26 miles to the DFW airport, so you're within 30 minutes if you travel on a regular basis. The median home price right now is about $519,000, and that's almost a 2% increase year over year. The average home price is around $594,000. The month supply on the market is only 2.1, so we're still in an inventory shortage, and it's been ranked the 24th best real estate market in the country. Schools related to Plano are A+ rated from niche.com. 27 out of 1,052 best school districts in Texas, ranked 309 out of 10,900 best schools in the United States. It has 6 high schools, 13 middle schools, and 44 elementary schools. Plano East Senior High has an A+ rating from niche.com and ranked 37th best public school in Texas, over 3,100 students. And Plano West Senior High has an A+ rating, is ranked 56th best public high school in Texas. And Plano West was also ranked 112 best college prep public high school in the USA. All right, so let's jump over to Allen, Texas now. Now here you can see Allen, it's much smaller compared to some of these other suburbs, and you'll notice that by population size as well. But we'll zoom in here, but it's a quiet community except for the high school football. It's really well known for the sports program. Actually, all of these northern suburbs are known for their high school football programs. I mean, Friday Night Lights is the real deal here in Texas. Some of the best football you will see. And if your kids are in sports, no matter what sport they're in, all of these schools are extremely competitive, so you'll definitely want to check out the sports programs. But one of my favorite parts here in Allen, Texas is right down here. It's called Waters Creek Village. You'll see it's just a combination of all types of shops, restaurants, bars, everything that you can just walk around. So if you just find a place to park, you can go all through here. You could spend an entire day going through here, eating, drinking, and shopping, of course. And really, Allen is known as the shopping hub of this North Dallas area, because if you scoot up here as well, you got Twin Creeks Village. If you look over here, you've got Cottonwood Creek Village, which is another area to shop in. And then right up here you have the villages at Allen, and then right up here you have the Allen Premium Outlet. So a lot of people do go there and shop. Again, you have East Allen on this side, you have West Allen on this side, and it's going to be similar to Plano, to where you're going to find more affordable housing on the east side. The west side, you're going to be a little bit up there, but you'll see you have I-75 that splits Allen right down the middle. And by the way, I-75 is free. There is no tolls on there, but then you have 121 Sam Rayburn Tollway to the north border of that. So if you do any commuting on there, you will be paying tolls. And again, you've got Twin Creeks Golf Club over here. So if you're an avid golfer, anywhere you go up in here, you're going to find plenty of options for golf. There's no shortage there. And you have Allen High School right through here. You can see how big that is, the track and field system. And we do need to update on Allen. We have that in the queue to update you on a vlog tour of Allen, but we definitely have an older video that still is mostly relevant that you could check out. And if we jump in here and look what's been sold recently in the market, you can see over here on the east side, $360,000, $480,000, $570,000, $335,000, $393,000, $400,000, $496,000. Again, a little bit lower price. Allen is a little bit more expensive as well. You'll come over here, $655,000, of course, $624,000, $857,000. You'll see $730,000, $750,000, $1.29 million. So again, that east side, if you want to be in Allen, going to be a little bit on the more affordable side for you there. But if you jump over to the west side, then you're going to be paying a premium. And if you look at the market in Allen over the last 5 years, let's say even over the last 10 years, you can see it's just been a steady growth in price. Now, here's the deal. Seasonality matters right now, and we're moving into fall and winter And the thing is that right now inventory is at an all-time low, and buyer demand is also sitting on the sidelines because of interest rates, but that hasn't really stopped prices from rising because the inventory has been so low. So even with interest rates, you will see on here that prices always tend to dip in the fall and winter, and that's usually a time to buy. And usually it bounces back. Right now we've seen it. There's been a slight drop year over year, but still Allen's at a 1.1% increase year over year in value. So that's not bad to break even, especially in this market whenever interest rates are at an all-time high and people are saying that that's going to crash the market. But what we're seeing is that it's really making the demand be built up even more, and people know that. And so a lot of sellers that are sitting on a lot of equity or very low interest rates, they're willing to wait this out, because if interest rates come down any bit lower and they want to sell, they know they're going to get back into bidding wars and people paying over. And that is something we would recommend you don't do. But at the same time, you have to decide when is going to be the right time for you and your family to make a move. But that's why we always suggest to just give us a call or shoot us a text, send us an email. That way we can get on the phone or a Zoom call, which is our personal favorite, and have a conversation about your situation. Now, Allen, Texas has a population of around 109,000. The distance to downtown Dallas is about 26 miles and maybe up to 40 minutes with traffic. To DFW is about 32 miles and maybe about 40 minutes with traffic. The median home price is around $533,000, with the average home price around $588,000. Month supply is only 2.2 right now, and Allen's been ranked the number 6 best real estate market in the country by Wallet Hub. Allen ISD has A+ ratings from niche.com, 5th best school district in Texas, best school district in Collin County, top 100 school districts in the USA. It has 1 high school, 3 middle schools, and 16 elementary schools. And now we're going to move up to McKinney, Texas. Now you'll see here McKinney has a lot of growth opportunity. You'll notice all this green space up here, which is where you're going to find a lot of the new construction. Okay, so that's one thing to keep in mind about Allen and Plano. These are also considered older communities. There's not a lot of new construction communities that are going in there. If you're going to find new construction, it's probably going to be custom built or tearing down an older home and custom building, or you might find small pockets of mini communities, you could say. But otherwise, these big master plan communities you're finding in Frisco and Prosper and Celina and Melissa, not a lot of that's being built in Plano or Allen. Now, if you get to McKinney, you're seeing some opportunities up here where they're starting to build new construction because they still have some room to grow out here, and you'll find some of those communities. Nothing really too drastic as far as major master plan communities, but you will find something there. Now, again, McKinney, on this east side, you've got my favorite part over here, which is historic downtown McKinney. And the cool thing is that this is the largest historic downtown in all of North Texas. So this is definitely worth a day trip. You could go over there and hang out. You could have breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, maybe even a little dancing around there. I think there's a few Irish pubs as well, depending on how your Irish dancing skills are, that you could check out. But otherwise, there's enough to do down here in downtown McKinney. Unlike Frisco, if you go to that historic downtown, you could probably blow through there in a couple of hours. You know, here, plenty of shops, restaurants, bars, breakfast, coffee, everything you need. It's definitely worth a day trip to hang out down there. And if you like the old, then it's just really cool. And all around through here, in my opinion, is one of the best historic districts as well for homes. McKinney has a lot of the old craftsman, Victorians, and bungalows, things like that for homes. So if you like the older homes, then there's a lot happening here in that area. But again, you're going to break off to the north and south of here. You're going to find a little bit more affordable housing as you move over into the west side of McKinney, over all throughout here north of 121. This is going to be more expensive real estate. Again, you've got a lot of commercial along the Sam Rayburn Tollway throughout here. You can see the tollway, and then you see all this commercial development that is throughout here. I mean, there's a lot going on. So you're not far from whatever you need. Shops, restaurants, bars. Look at all the golf clubs and golf courses you have throughout here. Just 3 of them right there in your backyard. Plenty of parks that are happening, and there's even a small regional airport over here if you have access to a plane or a small plane or your own private plane, right? Now, one thing is over here too is you have Hutchins Barbecue in McKinney. So right there, that is worth checking out in itself. We cover that in our full vlog tour of McKinney. You won't want to miss that if you're in McKinney. There's also one in Frisco, but we'll get to that here in a little bit. But the best barbecue in Texas, it's been rated that, and in my personal opinion. But I don't know, is it the barbecue or is it the banana pudding? The banana pudding is unbelievable. I'm not really a banana guy, but that banana pudding, I crave it. We have to go there at least once a week. It's kind of like our Sunday treat to go there for barbecue and banana pudding. And the brisket, oh my goodness, it's just amazing. So you'll see you've got a lot going on here. And if we jump over in here into the map of McKinney on what's on the market again, you'll see here, let's see, 450, yeah, 470. Things are gonna be a little bit higher price, 377 down here, but still all around 395. I mean, you look up here, 482, it's going to start jumping up. So right around 75, again, 75 being a free highway, and where you're going to find much older communities, you're going to find more affordable pricing over here. But then you see 1.1 million. So again, that's and that's on the golf course, and throughout here, McKinney's going to be a little bit more expensive, but you'll find some pockets in here like this: 325, 415, 510. 319 and then 585. But let's say if we look at something for 319, again, it's going to be a little bit older. You could probably move into it. This is a 3-bedroom 2-bath brick home. Doesn't look too shabby. All right, looks like it was recently remodeled. They kept the old cabinets, but looks like they may have repainted them or something like that. But otherwise, you know, you got some stainless appliances in there. Looks like they put new flooring in there. So for 300, it sold for, no, 309. Yep. So that's the deal right there. 3-bedroom 2-bath. You can still find something for around $300,000, and that was just within the last 30 days. So the main thing is that there are deals out there to be found, and you can find a good deal in any market. Just because interest rates are high, inventory is low, it doesn't mean that you can't find good options. You'll see up here, a lot of new construction happening up here. This is a little pocket up here, but if you click on something, you'll see even for, what is this, 480, 479. So you get something that's new construction. You can see here, really nice for under 500,000. Brand new construction, nice shiplap in there, good sized living room, open concept, really nice. And looks like these are probably those ceramic tile floors, which are a good fit, definitely very durable, especially for the kids. Nice white kitchen. I mean, that's not bad here in McKinney for under 500,000 to keep in mind. And if we look at the market data for McKinney, I mean, take a look at this over the last 10 years. Again, just straight steady growth. But something else to keep in mind, you know, Dallas during 2008, we didn't see huge crash like we did everywhere else. If I put up any community, especially in North Dallas through 2008, 2010, you'll see pretty much steady Eddie consistency, and then also again peaks in the spring and summer, dips in the fall and winter. That's how seasonality works, and you can see this all throughout time. Now, of course, we had the biggest jumps during lockdowns, especially when everybody was moving here from out of state. Now, as that dropped, but look, again, it's coming back up. We're going to see another slight drop right now moving into fall and winter, and McKinney's only down 3.9% year over year, which that is not a massive loss. Again, if you're buying a home, ideally you're buying that home to stay in it for 3 to 5 years at a minimum, and you're going to weather any storm. McKinney has a population of 214,000. It's about 32.5 miles to downtown Dallas, about 45 minutes with heavy traffic. Distance to the airport is about 33 miles and up to 35 minutes with traffic. Median home price is around $515,000. The average home price around $568,000, and it's been ranked the #1 real estate market in the country by Wallet Hub. McKinney ISD has an A rating from niche.com. It's considered top 50 school districts in Texas, top 500 school districts in the United States. It has 3 high schools, 5 middle schools, and 20 elementary schools. McKinney High School is the original of the 3 public high schools. It's an A rating from niche.com and has almost 3,000 students. And that brings us to Melissa, Texas. Now, Melissa, Texas is what we like to call the hidden gem of Dallas right now. It's a much smaller community. You're going to see here not a lot of development as you look throughout here. Still a lot of open space throughout here. You have communities getting built up throughout here. That's where a lot of the new construction is. You do have some pretty nice communities getting built over here, but otherwise it's considered very rural at this moment. Now, population has grown quite a bit over the last 5 to 10 years. There's not a lot going on here. That you got the main highway. This is where 121 breaks off and is not a tollway until it hits over here and kind of merges with 75 for a short time period right through here, and then you're going to come down here into 75, and then it turns right back into 121. So you can see here how 121 connects right through the middle of Melissa, and then connects into 75, and then continues all the way through North Dallas. Again, toll road right here, non-toll road, and then this is not toll at this time. I don't know if they will turn that into it, but they're not. That's not in the works right now. But a couple of cool little spots over here I marked in our Melissa full vlog tour, by the way. George's Coffee Shop. There's a little section down here where you can go shopping at and get some coffee. George's Coffee, I definitely recommend that over here as well. You have the Z-Plex, the huge, massive sports complex we showed you in the vlog, which you'll probably end up spending a lot of your Saturdays over there if you got kids and they're doing some types of sports or anything like that. And then you have, Sugarland Gluten-Free Bakery. That sounds good. And Sugar Love Bakery. All right, so there you go. Sugarland Gluten-Free and then Sugar Love. So you can, no shortage of bakeries over, you know how we country folks like it out there. We want our baked goods, our pies, our cakes, all that good stuff. So over here, I mean, there's really not much going on except for a lot of new construction. That's why a lot of people are moving to Melissa. And again, if you're working from home or working remotely, it doesn't really matter where you live, but you think about it with these main hubs over in Frisco and Plano, even along 380 through Prosper and Frisco. If you're working in Frisco, then you don't really have that much of a commute, and so you don't have to really be concerned about that, and people are willing to move a little bit further out of town to get some better priced homes, although the homes in Melissa are starting to go up. And if we take a look of what's sold recently in Melissa, you'll see here 345, 600, 756, 736. I mean, the home prices are going up over here. Here's a community of around 400,000 or 500,000. So let's look at 441, going to be new construction. Again, you can take a look here, gives you what it's going to look like. These are all renderings right now, so there's still opportunities to build from scratch, or probably just get into one of their model homes or their spec homes as well. A lot of these communities, I mean, they're not going to be custom, but you'll have several different model options you can choose from. But not bad. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. I mean, that's really nice. Everything going to be brand new. And so if you go back and look at that, you'll find these little pockets of these areas that are growing quite a bit. And then you'll find some of these other pockets where they're going to be up there. So if you're in the $700,000 range, you're going to get a big house up here around over 3,500 square feet. And you can see here the floor plan. You can pick out your finishes. That's in Liberty. Really nice community as well, and a lot of amenities. I mean, look at that resort style, Olympic style pools, amenity center. I mean, these communities out here are going all out. Splash pads for the kids, that's always nice. I mean, big covered area for picnics and parties. You've got playgrounds. I mean, just everything that you could imagine, which we cover that quite a bit in the Melissa video. So you'll definitely want to check that out. But you can get a good price range, going throughout here. Pretty much going to be all new construction. If you go down here, even let's see what 337 will get you. Again, 337, brand new construction. 1,800 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath. I mean, that is not bad, really at all, I would say. So especially in this day and age, to find brand new construction under 400,000, then that's a pretty good opportunity. And if you look at the trends on Melissa, I mean, it's just grown drastically over the years as well. Year over year, it's only down about 4%, but again, we're right in the fall and winter, so we're going to see this probably jump back next summer. And if, again, interest rates come down any bit at all, it's going to drastically increase the prices in there. They peaked out during 2022, but 2023 was not that big of a difference. They're going to drop a little bit right now through seasonality, but I imagine they'll bounce back. But otherwise, you'll see homes pretty much appreciate. You'll see on the last several charts that it's just steady Eddie growth, despite, we had the anomaly of the shutdowns, which drove a lot of people to move here. So that was the anomaly. We're starting to stabilize now, and we're starting to still see steady growth, and especially in the suburbs we're about to get into. Melissa only has a population of 23,000 right now. The distance to downtown Dallas is over 40 miles, about 60 minutes with heavy traffic. To DFW, about 41 miles and probably 50 minutes with heavy traffic. The median home price is around $480,000. The average home price around $506,000. Melissa ISD has an A rating from niche.com. It's considered top 40 school districts in Texas. It has 1 high school, 1 middle school, and 2 elementary schools. Melissa High School has an A rating from niche.com and considered top 100 public high school in Texas. Over 1,300 students. Now we're going to jump over to Celina, Texas. And yes, it is called Celina, not Celina. All right, for you out-of-towners. Actually, even real estate agents here mess it up. It's funny, I'll see some videos sometimes and they're talking about Celina, and nope, it's Celina. All right, so if we jump over here into Celina now, here's the deal about Celina. Massive growth is going to be happening in here. If you look on the map, you will see a lot of green space, okay? Now, the population in Celina currently is about 43,000, but it's been permitted for 387,000, I believe, for population. So that tells you the amount of growth that they're planning in Celina. That is twice the size of Frisco. And you see all this green space out here. I mean, it is a lot. So they will be building that out quite a bit. You have Mustang Lakes over here, one of the most popular suburbs, which we cover in our Celina vlog tour. You'll have to check that out. You got Collin College, a campus up here in Celina. You come downtown, a couple of my favorite spots. Number 1 is going to be Summer Moon Coffee. We visited there in our vlog tour as well. And we also went over to Tender Smokehouse, which was amazing. A very close second to Hutchins Barbecue, all right? But if you're in Celina, it's well worth it. And you have a really cool, a little historic downtown area that you can check out. And there's a few things to do there, but you're going to breeze through that within an hour or two. Not a lot going on down there unless they're hosting a festival, which they typically do at least every quarter around that area. And over throughout, you're going to just find new construction communities throughout here. You can see here MI Homes Greenway, and again, Mustang Lakes is considered the most one of the most popular areas over here, and of course Light Farms as well, one of the most popular subdivisions. Now if we jump over here in what sold recently in Celina, you can see it's very spaced out. You're getting into communities here, I mean 400,000, 681, a wide range between 400,000 to 700,000. These are 660, 580. Up here you got 672. You're going to find a little bit heavier pricing. 492. You can get under 500,000. Again, you can look at 1.1 million over here. 752. Let's look down here. Let's see. These are going to be, most of this is going to be probably in the Light Farms area. So let's try to find something. Man. Expensive, $549. Let's look for something a little bit more decent price. So this is let's see, built in 2021. It has over 2,300 square feet. It's a 4-bedroom 3-bath, so a couple of years old, but not too bad. And looks like just your average new construction home. Granite countertops, shaker cabinets in there, and again, seems just a little basic in there. So if you're going to want to step it up, which nothing wrong with that as well, but if you want to get something a little more interesting, you can come over here in the $600,000 range. You see you're going to get over 2,300 square feet. This is brand new construction, 4-bedroom 3-bath, really nice bathroom, open concept. I like the wood. I'm not really a big fan of 2 different color combinations. I mean, I don't mind the island being a different color, but I don't really like that. But anyways, but those are some nice colored cabinets, like a nice oak or light oak. Big open concept. I mean, plenty of storage throughout here. So looks like a really nice option for you over there in Celina. Something to keep in mind. And if you look at the trends, if you look at the real estate trends for Celina, just like everything else, I mean, even if we go back 20 years, I mean, early on when growth was very up and down, just because there wasn't a lot of construction going on out in Celina. So again, peaks during 2022, things have kind of stabilized now. We're going to be seeing a little bit of a dip again because of seasonality, but that's going to pop back up. But overall, year over year, Celina right at 5.2% less. But again, if you plan to stay in that house longer than 2 years at least, which you should because of the capital gains rule, then you're going to weather any of those storms. And we're seeing just the people that bought 2 years ago, 3 years ago, they have a lot of equity and appreciation in their home value. So again, something to keep in mind. Now, Celina is about 43 miles to downtown Dallas, about 60 minutes with heavy traffic. It's about 38 miles to the airport and about 50 minutes with heavy traffic. The median home price is around $592,000, with the average home price around $631,000. Celina ISD has a B+ rating from niche.com. It has 1 high school, 1 middle school, and 3 elementary schools. And Celina High School has a B+ rating from niche.com and ranked 136 for best high schools for athletes in Texas. All right, now we're getting to good old Prosper, Texas. And you can see here that Prosper is on the north border of Frisco. It's bordered by 380, which right now 380 is not a toll road, so that's nice, but also it's a little congested. There's a lot of new construction going on. They're widening 380 right now, so it can get backed up during the rush hour. You can see here 289 Preston Road, what we talked about earlier, comes right up through the middle. The Dallas North Tollway ends right here for the time being, but this is what's going to take place is they are completing construction of the Dallas North Tollway up here through Celina, and they're going to take that past Celina, and I would imagine at some point it's going to go all the way up to, it's not too far for them to get to Oklahoma. All right, so just something to keep in mind. That's going to grow real estate, in my opinion, all through, again, 289. You see how 289 continues to go all the way up. I would not be surprised at all if the tollway continues to head up through this area, and whatever happens between Preston Road and the tollway is probably going to be prime real estate. We've got a lake over here as well, so if you love the lake life, it's a, Lake Ray Roberts is a close access, as well as Lake Louisville, which we love. We love Lake Louisville. It's a lot of fun to be out there. And so Prosper right now, this is the opportunity. It's growing quite a bit as well. And you can see still a lot of green space all throughout here, especially around the tollway. These are a lot of cornfields you'll find throughout here. But they are building right through here. This is a major, the gates at Prosper, they call that, shopping throughout here. And then the rest, you've got Gentle Creek Country Club, so you got a golf course not too far. And then on top of that, you have the infamous Windsong Ranch right over here. So Windsong Ranch is been rated the #1 top master plan community in all of North Dallas a few times. It covers quite a bit, over 2,500 acres, I believe. For Windsong Ranch, it has over 30 miles of paved trails, and then over here off to the side they have this is all like biking off-road trails that you can get to, and you can get to that from the paved. So you can start from your house, get on a paved trail, connect all the way back, get off trail if you have a mountain bike or something like that. They do a ton of events throughout here, and of course you've got the crystal clear Blue Lagoon in Prosper, which is the biggest draw, which everybody loves. Over 5 acres of just crystal clear blue water, white sandy beaches. What I love most about it, no chlorine in there. You don't walk out of there smelling like a chemical bath. They've got some of the best amenities with pickleball courts, basketball courts, swimming pools, Olympic style, kid pools, all that stuff, playgrounds. It's just a community in itself. They have 3 elementary schools in there, building a middle and a high school within that community. So within a couple of years, you will never likely have to leave, because you even have a cafe and a coffee shop in there as well. But here's the thing, you can even take the golf cart to Home Depot and Chick-fil-A. So right there, people could completely survive off of coffee, Chick-fil-A, and Home Depot. And so you could be golf cart living the rest of your days if you're that type of person. But otherwise, there's a lot of commercial development happening along Preston Road, Highway 289. And when I say Highway 289, it's all stoplights, okay? So you're not going to get on 289 and just cruise. You're going to hit stoplights all through there, but that's why the tollway runs parallel to that if you want to get on it, but you're going to pay for that. So you can see 289 just continues to go all the way up there, and it runs runs right into the lake. Does it continue on the other side? It does not. Okay, so that's about where it runs out, is at the Oklahoma border, straight into the lake. But again, I believe the tollway is going to do the same thing. And so for you real estate spectators out there, Anything north of Prosper, Celina, you're probably going to be in a good position within the next 5, 10, 15 to 20 years if you want to buy now and hold. If you buy any homes in Prosper, Celina, around that area, they're just likely going to appreciate by default. I mean, new construction communities already appreciate by default, but this is really something that we see the growth is happening, and it's going to continue to happen. Dallas is getting more and more popular every single day, so it's something that is not going to let up. If we take a look at homes that have sold in Prosper recently, I mean, you are going to be in much higher price ranges up in Prosper. You've got 859, 985, 1.2. You come over into Windsong Ranch, I mean, 949. It's going to be very difficult to find much under 900 or a million. I mean, you've got one here that's an anomaly usually for 740. We could take a look at that in Windsong. Should be in Windsong. So if we look at this, 2,300 square feet, 3 bedroom, 3 bath, I would say that's definitely on the smaller side for, I'd have to confirm that that's even in Windsong. Yes, this is in Windsong. So this is on the smaller side for a home in Windsong, but also smaller on the price range. It's very rare you're going to find anything for $725,000 inside of Windsong Ranch. You get over here, I mean, 930, 1.4, 1.1, 1.8, 875. Prosper is expensive. I mean, it is where a lot of the money is moving to in this area. And if we take a look at the trends over the last, 5, even 10 years, again, you're going to see steady eddy growth, peaks in 2022. But we came back in 2023 even. Again, we're seeing a slight drop for seasonality, but year over year, it's up 6.8%. And you're going to see even more growth in Frisco. I mean, these areas are not getting any less popular. Now, Prosper has a population of around 37,700. It's about 37 and a half miles to downtown Dallas, about 50 minutes with heavy traffic. The airport about 32 and a half miles and up to 45 minutes with heavy traffic. The median home price is around $800,000 and the average home price is around $871,000. Prosper ISD has an A+ rating from niche.com. It's a top 2% school districts in the country, top 1% school districts in Texas, and it has 3 high schools, 4 middle schools, and 15 elementary schools, with 2 more high schools being built right now. Prosper High School has an A+ rating from niche.com and serves over 3,800 students. Walnut High School is a massive brand new high school that was just built, including a 530,000 square foot academic building. And last but definitely not least, and maybe even some would consider the best, is Frisco, Texas. It's the #1 requested suburb that we get asked about all the time whenever people just like you give us a call and are thinking about making their move here. So let's dive into Frisco. So you can see here, Frisco runs, some of it borders Lake Lewisville, which a lot of people like because you have easy access to get to the lake. You are bordered by the Sam Rayburn Tollway. The Dallas North Tollway runs right through the middle of Frisco, and then 380 again is not a tollway. And if you're over here on the east side of Frisco, you can choose to probably scoot over here to 75 and head down to downtown Dallas if you don't want to pay the tolls on the toll road. But other than that, Frisco, again, similar to Plano, you're going to have some less expensive homes over here on the east side. Central Frisco and West Frisco and North Frisco are definitely going to be a lot more expensive. A couple of my favorite spots here in Frisco, I would say #1 is the historic, there's Hutchins. That's definitely my favorite spot in Frisco. So there's Hutchins. I meant to come down here to downtown Frisco, old school Frisco. Again, not a lot going on there, but definitely worth stopping by. Summer Moon Coffee, we cover this quite extensively in our Frisco vlog tour. You can check that out. And by the way, we have a very extensive Prosper vlog tour that you could check out to get a little bit more in-depth on that. And here, Frisco Square, Old Town, downtown Frisco. You've got Hutchins right around the corner. That's where we usually head to on Sunday afternoons. You've got Collin College, a campus there as well. And then over here you have the Star District. This is where, the Cowboys practice field. You've got Cowboys headquarters. You've got shops, restaurants, bars, things to do down here. Probably one of the most popular spots. And then you have the Stonebriar Mall, this whole area, the sports complex. Very, very active over here. You got the Writers Field over here. Oh, and the soccer field I didn't mention is over here by Main Street on top of that Toyota Stadium for FC Dallas. If you like soccer, We've got one of our team members, Vince, who lives right over here. He loves soccer, so he's always walking over there and heading to the games. And you've got a lot of shopping scattered throughout, you can see. And if you take a look at the real estate that sold recently, you can see here 435. Again, on this east side is where you're going to find something a little bit more affordable. Under 500. It's going to be very difficult to find anything under 300, or I mean under 400. So 500 is probably going to be close to the minimum. You get over here to the west side of Frisco and it definitely starts jumping up. Although 424, that's pretty good. 790, 680, 775, 985, 535. And of course, we don't want to forget about up here, Fields of Frisco. This whole area right here is what's getting developed into the Fields Frisco development. All of this, you definitely want to check out that video because we get into that extensively. There's some really good opportunities to build up there, but that is going to be a much higher price point. So if you want to get into there, you're going to have to act fast too because things are selling out very quickly. And a lot of these new construction homes they have in the Fields Frisco are on a waiting list already, but they just built the Omni PGA Frisco Resort and the PGA headquarters over here. So really cool restaurants and fun things to do with the kids. There's a lot going on. You don't want to miss that. So check it out if you're visiting Frisco. It's worth hanging out over there for half a day or so. Lots of cool little putting greens and things you can do with the kids, games. Mini Top Golf over there. I mean, just so much to do. We detail that in the Fields. Now, if we look at the real estate trends of Frisco, again, it's up 4.2% year over year. And again, you'll see steady eddy growth. Peaks in 2022, but not too far off in 2023. We're going to see the dips in seasonality come out. So in my opinion, I bought a brand new construction in the last dip, in winter time because builders were offering great incentives and I got $50,000 off. I got a great deal on the mortgage and a buy down. So I bought my rate down. So if you still have not thought about that and you're seeing 7.5% interest rates right now, you can buy that down to 5.5%. And we believe, I wouldn't bet on it, but believe interest rates will come down in the future. I mean, they likely will. It's just a matter of when though. And I'll be able to refinance. So I was able to buy down the rate. At the time, they were 6.5% and I bought my rate down to 4.5%. But now they're 7.5%. So the lowest, you may be able to get down to 5.5, depending on the builder and what incentive they are offering. Definitely worth checking out. But overall, Frisco, you can see there's a lot going on. And again, really considered the most popular suburb by most people. This is where a lot of people want to live. Frisco has a population of 227,000 people. It's about 28 miles to downtown Dallas, about 40 minutes with heavy traffic, 23 miles to the airport, and about 30 minutes with heavy traffic. The median home price is around $700,000. The average home price around $778,000. And Frisco's been ranked the #2 real estate market in the country by Wallet Hub. Frisco ISD has an A+ rating from niche.com. It's ranked 3rd best school district in Collin County, top 1.5% school districts in Texas, has 12 high schools, 18 middle schools, and 43 elementary schools. Frisco High School has an A+ rating from niche.com, almost 2,000 students, a top 500 high school in the US, and top 60 high schools in Texas. And there you have it. I mean, that is a brief overview. There's still so much more that you could cover that you'll definitely want to check out our full vlog tours on Frisco, on Prosper, on Celina, on Melissa, on McKinney, on Plano. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, that's why we document all of this in this channel for you, because we know there's a lot of options out there to choose from and it's hard to start narrowing down, especially when you're out of state. But the main thing is that review all of the information, go through the videos. They're going to help quite a bit. Do some more research and ultimately just give us a call if you want to talk through your situation. And look, some of you have to move based on relocation or jobs, or your company is relocating here. Some of you want to move. I met a couple at the coffee shop the other day. They came down just to help out with a local church for about 2 to 3 weeks, and they fell in love with the area and then they just decided to move here. So because they love the community so much and the people, that they just knew it was time for them to leave California. So there's going to be situations like that as well, which even in this market with interest rates, people are going to decide or have to move regardless. And we work with those people just like you every single day. And the main thing is that we can find a deal in any market. We always have a discussion with our lender to maximize your budget and get you the best opportunity. Find the right deal that's going to be a good fit for you and your family. And hey, If it's only temporary for 1, 2, or maybe 3 years, we still believe that's a lot better than renting and throwing that money away on rent. So the main thing is you can build a little equity. You're probably going to gain some appreciation over the next couple of years, and if you want to find something at that time, then you make that switch, move up, and you could likely use that equity in the home that you did buy to put down on a home that you want for a much longer term. So there's a lot of options out there. The main thing is just give us a call. We'd be happy to help you make a smooth move here to the Dallas area. Until next time, well, I hope to show you around town. 72% of renters say they'll never be able to afford a home. Well, not anymore. And you have rising interest rates and home prices to thank for that. But what if I told you that the houses we're standing in front of right now start at less than $270,000?